So at the beginning of the film, a wounded girl comes running from the jungle in a frightened state and enters a house. It seemed as if this house belonged to her, and she hid under the bed. She was scared. A woman was chasing her, and she knocked on the door and said, "Gayatri, come out." Finally, the door opens and Gayatri gets very frightened, but the woman who opened the door is unable to find Gayatri and goes out. Gayatri takes a sigh of relief, but it was only for a few seconds. Suddenly, a demonic hand covers her mouth, and the next moment, it is shown that some strange power drags Gayatri back into the jungle. The scene cut. We are shown two people playing chess. We can see the man in it, but not the girl in front. The man says that Miss Gayatri is very professional in her work. "I don't know how much time it will take for all this to be all right." Then the girl in front says that you will have to be patient. The man asks her, how much patience? It has been 20 years of waiting. What were these people talking about? It has not been told yet. The scene cuts from here. We see a girl named Dewey who is very poor. She works as an internet supply to run her house. Her mother is not mentally stable, and most of her time is spent in taking care of her. Dewey's mother always used to tell her that one day they will come and take you, harm you and take you away from me. Then Dewey handles her and says that no one is coming here. "See, Mom, since childhood you have been saying that they will take both of us, but till date no one has come to take us and will not come today also." Her mother was now getting very worried for her brother too. In panic, she calls her brother and asks, "Where are you?" Sina tells that I am with my boss Dharma and doing night shift. However, he was lying. He was with his boss's wife, and he used to do this work for more money. But from today, maybe it would have ended because his boss's wife told him that your boss has come to know everything. As soon as Sina comes home, Dewey scolds him a lot because he always comes home. His mother used to get sick. In the morning Dewey went to work. She had to get an internet connection installed at the police station today, but the inspector refused, saying that he will not get internet connection from Dewey because Dewey's brother had an affair with his wife, and he took out his anger on Dewey for this. Now night time is shown. Dewey was sleeping with her mother. Suddenly she felt someone's presence on her curtain. She went outside and saw that there was no one outside. But suddenly two masked men entered her house. One of them tied Dewey, and the other started torturing her mother in front of her eyes. Meanwhile, these unknown people get a call from Sina's boss, and he asks them about Sina. They tell him that Sina is not at home. Davi had understood that whatever is happening with her is happening because of Sina. Now Darren tells his men that Sina is not there, so kill her mother so that he knows what he has done. As per their boss's instructions, they kill Sina's mom by drowning her in the bathtub. Dewey also kept watching the spectacle of her mother's death silently. In the morning, the police came to their house, but the inspector himself was Sina's boss, a powerful and rich man. No case was made against him. He did not get into any trouble, but his life was ruined. Dewey was now taking out all her anger on Sina. She wanted to throw Sina out of the house, but even if she did that, with whom would she live? She had no one except her brother. At night, sad Dewey started checking her mother's belongings, in which she also found an old photo. In one picture, her dad was also there, and here we got to see that her dad was none other than Mr. Agan, shown in the beginning of the movie, who was playing chess with a woman. She was still watching these pictures, when suddenly the light in her room went off. She felt very strange. She felt as if someone was sitting behind her. She looked back and saw her mother sitting behind her. Seeing her, she got scared because her mother was dead. Suddenly the light came on and her mom disappeared from there. That's why Dewey thought that whatever he saw was her illusion. The next morning it is shown that now Mr. Agan, i.e. Dewey and Sina's dad, had come to meet them, but Dewey did not want to talk to him, because he had left them years ago, and because of him these people had lived a very difficult life. Mr. Agan had come to take his children, but Dewey was not ready to go, but Sina knew that they should go with their dad because of what he had done. His mom had died and he had also lost his job. Now, they had no money. How would they run this house? For now Mr. Agan goes back, telling Sina that you explained to your sister, "I will come to take you again." It was night. Dewey went to sleep, but suddenly she heard the sound of tap running from outside. She thought that maybe Sina has left the tap open. She went outside and closed one tap. Then inside the washroom, the sound of another tap opening came. This time, along with the sound of the tap, her mom's voice was also coming, which was quite loud. She was scary and looked scared too. Her mom says to Dewey, "Dewey, save me." As soon as Dewey opens the bathroom door, she sees her mom's dead body in the bathtub. The next moment, as soon as she turns back, her mom comes and holds her face, and at this time, she herself looks very scary. She screams and holds Dewey's face and says, "Dewey, save me. I am in danger." Dewey opens her eyes with this fear, and we come to know that all this was a dream of Dewey. Hearing her scream, Sina also comes in the room and starts explaining to her. Look, Dewey, we cannot live in this house. This house is filled with memories of our mom. We should leave from here. Seeing the mental state of Dewey, she also agrees. The next morning Mr. Agan comes to take his children. Silently Sina and Dewey keep their luggage and go with him. Well, now they reach home, and on reaching home Mr. Agan, that is, their dad, introduces them to Hesti, who was their housemaid and used to handle all the work. After going inside, they meet their grandmother, Miss Gayatri, and this is the same Gayatri whom we saw in the beginning of the movie. Whatever happened to her, she was still alive. Well, the time for dinner comes, and Gayatri tells them the tradition of her house, that their house and all their business is handled by women from generation to generation, and women have been handling it, and women also lead the family. Gayatri tells that after me, Dewey, you will have to handle all this. Well, it is shown that at night, Sina starts exploring this whole house. While exploring, he reached a place where many strange pictures were pinned, and among these, a cross mark was also made on the faces of some women. Suddenly the door attached to this wall started knocking loudly as if there was someone inside it. Before Sina could open it, Hesti comes here and stops him, and tells that this is a secret room of his grandmother, and it is forbidden to open it. At night, now we are shown Dewey, when she is listening to her songs. While she was listening to the songs, she heard someone's whisper. She got scared and shut down her music box. Then she saw someone behind her window. When she looked carefully, it was her mom. She got scared. Mom's face was injured and looked very scary. She thought it was her hallucination. When she covered her face with a blanket and took it out, she saw that her mom was walking towards her with her twisted body. She got very scared. She kept the blanket over her eyes and checked by removing it a little. Slowly, her mom came very close to her bed. And finally, we heard Devi's scream. The next morning, Gayatri comes to her farmhouse with Dewey and Sina. She told Dewey that cattle farming is our family business. Here, for the first time, Dewey saw a cattle being slaughtered. Seeing this, she started having strange hallucinations. She felt as if her mom had come and laid down in place of this cattle, and she was slaughtered by keeping a knife on her throat, and a big fountain of blood came out. She started vomiting due to this hallucination. Gayatri and Hesti took care of her. After this, Gayatri introduces Dewey to Mr. Jhaka, who works here, who was going to explain the whole work to Dewey. While reading the reports, Jhaka told that for the last 3 to 4 years, but our business is in loss. Dewey started reading the history of the business, and she came to know that her grandmother Gayatri had handed over this business in 1985. How was this possible? She was more than 100 years old. She did not even look so old. Well, now we are shown the scene of the house, where Gayatri and Hesti were talking. Hesti told Gayatri that the cattle farm has become very good after these two came. The health of the cattle has also improved, but now your health is deteriorating. We should not delay any more in the process of inheritance. Sina found their conversation interesting, so he started listening, but by mistake, something fell from his hand, and Hesti came to know about him. Before Hesti sees, he hides on the side of the room. Sina quickly comes to his sister Dewey and tells her that Grandma is ill, and she was also talking about inheritance. I think something strange is going on here, but Dewey relaxes him and says that she is more than 100 years old. See, she is running a cattle farm since 1985. Old people fall ill and talk like this. Anyway, he leaves from here but goes outside and sees that the manager of his factory had come to meet his dad secretly. Meanwhile, Dewey also went to the kitchen to make her tea, and when she was making tea, she heard a strange whispering sound from the window. She turned back and looked through the window and saw her mom there. She got scared badly on seeing her. As soon as she turned back, she saw that Hesti was there. She screamed at first because she did not recognize her. Anyway, Hesti relaxed her and asked what the matter was. She did not tell Hesti anything. On the contrary, Hesti asked Gayatri if her grandmother has been running the factory since 1985. Hesti was surprised and asked who told her this. She told that Jhaka told her this. Hesti said, "Don't believe anyone's words. Many people are jealous of your grandmother, your father and their business. They keep spreading such absurd rumours." Hesti advised her and went away. "If you have any doubt, you can come and ask your grandmother." Now Hesti comes running to Gayatri and says we don't have time. Jhaka and Agan have started their plan. "We have less time. We have already waited for 20 years. We have to do what we want to do now." Then Gayatri said, "No, I need 2 more days for all this. To know what is going on there. Its mystery will be revealed only at the end." Here in the office, Jhaka comes to know that today was a holiday in his office, because Gayatri, to celebrate the arrival of her children, had planned an event at her home. Hearing this, Jaka got alert and he immediately called Mr. Agan and told him that Gayatri and Hesti are busy in their plan. After this we see that her dad had come to pick up Gayatri from the factory. He gives him the keys of the car and says that you'll drive it. I have kept something for you in the trunk. Take it out, if not today then tomorrow. But before that I need a promise from you. What was this promise? We are not told. At home, it is shown that Dewey was brushing her teeth when she saw something black standing behind her in the washroom. She got scared. She looked back and found Hesti, who tells her that your grandmother is calling you. Meanwhile, we see that both Hesti and Mr. Agan sat down to play chess. Here Gayatri was telling Dewey a lot of things, like about her habits, about her listening to songs. She also shows her music collection and plays a song and starts dancing with her. Dewey was very happy with everyone, but suddenly Gayatri fell unconscious, and outside we are shown that Mr. Agan lost the game to Hesti. After that, when Hesti came in the room, she found Gayatri unconscious. Dewey and Hesti laid her down on the bed. Dewey asked what happened to her. Hesti told her that she is ill and often faints due to overwork. Hesti also tells her that after Gayatri's death, she has to lead the whole family and run the business. The scene cuts and we see that Jaka has met Mr. Agan again, and he has a box with him. Jaka asked him why it is necessary to do all this so soon. Mr. Agan said, "Don't you see how quickly everything is changing? The condition of the cattle farm started improving after their arrival. Actually, after the arrival of both my children, the demon inside my mom has awakened, which means the twist of the whole movie is being revealed here. Actually, there was a demon inside Gayatri. The thing that Dewey used to see again and again was the demon living in this house, and this entity lives only inside the women of this family. Like earlier it was living inside Gayatri, and after Gayatri, now it will go inside Dewey, because repeatedly Gayatri and Hesti used to tell her that you have to take care of the inheritance. It was clear to everyone that the demon inside Gayatri wanted to go into Dewey's body. Ever since Dewey came here, Gayatri's health started deteriorating because the demon started eating her from inside. She now wanted a new body, a young body. Hesti was also involved in these rituals with Gayatri, but not Agan and Jaka. Agan and Jaka wanted to stop all this. Agan wanted to save the lives of his children. We see that Agan has come home with that secret box. Inside this secret box, there is a strange knife, which looks very old, and also pictures of him and his mother. Here he starts crying, and we come to know his intentions, that he wanted to kill his mother in a possessed state, so that her demon also dies with her, and nothing happens to Dewey and Sina. Now before Mr. Agan could complete his plan, Hesti comes before him and kills him by stabbing him in the neck, and then his body is thrown out. She drags him away somewhere. Well, it is morning and we see Jaka, who was called by Mr. Agan to meet him early in the morning, but what he saw after coming here was that Mr. Agan's body was hanging. It seemed as if he had ended his life, but there was also a mark of the knife on his neck. Meanwhile, the rest of the staff also arrived, and they saw Jaka near Mr. Agan, and thought that Jaka was the killer. They all started running after Jaka, and Jaka ran away from here to save his life. Meanwhile, Sina and Dewey had also arrived. Everyone tries to ask something from everyone, but when no one tells them, they go inside and break down after seeing their dad's dead body. They have not yet come out of the grief of their mother, that their dad also died. Sina was completely broken. He tells Dewey that we should leave from here, but Dewey says no, we will not go anywhere from here. Sina tries to convince her a lot that whatever is going on here is not right, but Dewey does not listen to him. In the meantime, Hesti comes to Sina and tells Sina that all this was done by Jaka. He was listening to Hesti when he got a message from an unknown number that meet me alone in the slaughterhouse. Sina also left from here, and now we were shown Dewey in her room. She was crying bitterly, holding her mom and dad's picture, and then she heard her mom's voice from behind. She saw her mom sitting on the sofa in her condition, and here she broke down. She went to her mom and, holding her hand, she started crying. She kept her head in her lap and started complaining to her that why did you leave from here? We were shown that actually she had not kept her head in her mom's lap, but she had kept her head in the lap of a demon. Actually this was the same demon who wanted to possess Dewey. Here we see that Sina was called by Nathan Shah, who was trying to tell him the whole truth, was trying to tell him the mystery going on in his house, but Sina was not ready to listen. Now we also felt that Agan's killer is none other than Jaka. Before he could listen to his full story, he stabs him to death. While dying, Jaka tells him to go and open his trunk. His dad had also said this, and now he realizes that he had done something very wrong. He immediately goes home and opens the trunk. There was a book in it called The Prophet Inheritance. This book had the entire history of his family. It also mentioned about the ritual that his family had been doing for many years. Here, after the scene cuts, we see Dewey who goes to Gayatri in a panic. She tells her, "I think I have gone mad. I can see my mom." Many times she was seen in a scary form, but today she looked very soft-hearted. Here, Gayatri interrupts her and asks Dewey, "Do you want to meet your mom? I know a ritual by which you will meet your mom, but it is a little painful." Dewey says, "I don't care. I just want to meet my mom." As soon as she said this, Gayatri took out a knife and cut her hand. After cutting her hand, Gayatri asked Dewey to do the same, and Dewey also cut herself, after which Gayatri shook hands with Dewey. From outside, Scene was reading the whole ritual. It was written in the book that by doing this, the entity will go from one body to another, and this ritual will start only when a woman comes in the family in a new generation, and that was Dewey who had come now. Sina understood everything. His sister's life was in danger. He had also read that after the completion of the ritual, her brother is killed as a sacrifice. He did not care about his life at the moment, but he wanted to save Dewey, but he did not know that it was too late by now. Gayatri had done her ritual. Sina was now searching for Dewey in the house like mad. When he did not find Dewey in her room, he went to another room where Dewey was lying unconscious. Now, there was blood all around. Sina got worried and picked up Dewey and left to run away from this house. Before he could leave the place in his car, Hesty came from behind and attacked his head, and he also fell unconscious here. When they regained consciousness, they were wearing white clothes, and Hesty was also wearing similar clothes, and here a secret was revealed that Hesty was not theirs but was a servant of the demon. She worshipped the demon and worked for the demon, and she was going to perform this ritual for the demon and sacrifice Sina. Dewey was not fully conscious and could not understand what was going on here. He saw that Hesty had a knife in her hand, with which she went and slit the throat of her brother, i.e. Sina, and she filled all his blood in a glass and brought it to Dewey, holding Davy's mouth. She forcefully poured all this blood in Davy's mouth. After doing this, Dewey saw that there were many ladies around here. All these ladies were from the same family, and at this time, all of them were performing the ritual together. All of them were demons' selves from the same generation. After this, we see that Hesty starts reciting some of her magical spell. As soon as she recites the magical spell, Gayatri present in front of her takes the form of her mother. As soon as she has an emotional break, we see that some black smoke enters her mouth. Actually, the demon had emotionally weakened her and had taken over her body, meaning the ritual was complete. Now, Dewey belonged to the devil, and the story ends here by showing just this.